When we think of French cuisine, our minds immediately drift to elegant Parisian bistros, white tablecloths, and complex, over-engineered culinary formulas. But the true soul of French food isn't born in luxury restaurants or high-tech test kitchens. It was forged centuries ago by survival, geography, and deep-rooted traditions across 10 distinct regions. We are talking about rugged fishermen cooking leftover scraps on windy Atlantic shores, medieval monks managing exploding wine cellars, and isolated alpine farmers inventing rich, calorie-dense masterpieces to survive freezing mountain winters. France is not a single flavor profile. It is a chaotic, beautiful mosaic of micro-cuisines, each fiercely protecting its own culinary birthright. Welcome to Food Genesis, where we dissect the raw history, decode the cultural geography, and uncover the forensic roots of the world's most definitive flavors. Today, we are bypassing the flashy tourist traps of Paris to embark on an epic 12-minute journey through the real heart of France. We are uncovering the secret histories of 10 legendary regions that didn't just inherit French food, they built it from the ground up. Our first stop brings us to the misty, rain-soaked pastures of Normandy, sitting right along the English Channel. This cool, exceptionally green climate provides the absolute perfect environment for raising dairy cattle. In the 9th and 10th centuries, invading Norsemen introduced a specialized cattle breed called the Norman. Over generations, these cows adapted to the rich local grass, producing an incredibly high-fat milk that forever defined the region's cooking. In Normandy, dairy is treated like gold. It is the birthplace of authentic camembert, which was created in the late 1700s by a clever farmer named Marie Harrel in the small village of Camembert. Unlike the bland, industrial imitations found in supermarkets today, real Norman Camembert is deeply complex, earthy, and rich. The region is also home to liverot, a pungent, ancient cheese dating back to the 13th century, famous for its sticky orange rind and assertive, almost meaty flavor profile. To balance this heavy reliance on cream and butter, Norman cooks look to their orchards. Apples have been cultivated here for over 1,000 years, used to brew crisp, sparkling ciders and calvados, a fiery, complex apple brandy that cuts through the richness of local dishes like a laser. Just west of Normandy lies Brittany, a rugged, windswept peninsula defined by a wild Atlantic coastline and deep Celtic roots. Brittany was an independent duchy until 1532, even maintaining its own unique Celtic language. The geography here is too cold and wet for traditional grape viticulture, so the people historically turned to brewing fruit-forward ciders and Shochen, a potent Breton mead made from wild honey that has been produced since the medieval era. The defining culinary miracle of Brittany, however, comes down to a historic tax loophole. While the rest of France was crushed by a heavy mandatory royal salt tax called the gabelle, Brittany was completely exempt. This freedom allowed Breton farmers to generously mix sea salt directly into their butter, creating a national obsession with crunchy, salted butter. Local bakers used this ingredient to invent a whole new category of pastry, crowned by the legendary cuisine, which literally translates to butter cake. This decadent pastry features layers of dough laminated with massive amounts of salted butter and sugar, caramelizing into a crispy, gooey masterpiece. For savory meals, the region relies on buckwheat galettes, thin, rustic pancakes introduced in the 13th century, and cotriade, a light, clear fish stew created by local fishermen using leftover catches cooked over open flames with potatoes and onions. Journeying to the complete opposite side of France, we hit the northeast border to find Alsace, resting tightly against the Rhine River. The history of Alsace is a turbulent story of borders violently shifting between France and Germany for centuries. As a result, the food culture completely absorbed Germanic ingredients while applying refined French culinary techniques. To survive the brutal, freezing winters, Alsatian cuisine relies heavily on preservation. Their most famous staple is choucroute, which utilizes finely shredded cabbage fermented in salted water, a brilliant method used since the 1600s to prevent vitamin deficiencies during long winters. This sauerkraut is slow-cooked in crisp white Riesling wine, seasoned with juniper berries, and piled high with smoked pork belly and local sausages. Bakers in this region used to test the temperature of their wood-fired ovens by throwing in a thin sheet of rolled-out bread dough. If it baked instantly without burning, the oven was ready. This practical test birthed mirepoix, a ultra-thin, crispy flatbread topped with rich cream, sliced onions and smoky lardons. Right next door sits Lorraine, a region whose flavors flow from its dense farms and abundant orchards rather than the riverbanks. Lorraine is the true birthplace of quiche Lorraine, a baked, savory custard tart nestled inside a short-crust pastry. While modern variations across the globe load this dish with shredded cheese, the original, authentic Lorraine formula strictly forbids it, utilizing only eggs, heavy cream, and smoked pork belly. The name itself stems from the German word Kuchen, meaning cake. Lorraine is also globally recognized for cultivating the Mirabelle plum, growing a staggering 70% of the world's total supply. These sweet, golden plums are transformed into rich jams, baked into traditional tarts, or distilled into a clear, potent fruit brandy known as eau de vie. For a delicate sweet treat, the town of Commercy in Lorraine gives us the Madeleine, a shell-shaped sponge cake flavored with lemon zest and vanilla, featuring a signature hump on the back caused by the thermal shock of cold batter hitting a blazing hot tin. Moving down to the center of the country, we find Lyon, a destination officially crowned as the gastronomic capital of the world. Lyonese cuisine focuses entirely on bold technique, robust flavors, and a strict philosophy of zero-wasted effort. The heart of this food culture beats inside the Bouchon, small, historic, boisterous taverns featuring red-checkered tablecloths and highly seasonal menus. Lyon is a paradise for charcuterie, famous for saucisson de Lyon, a large, air-dried pork sausage characterized by its coarse texture, rich fat pockets, and a white powdery exterior mold. The city's historic silk workers, known as canuts, established a tradition called the machon, a heavy meat-centric morning feast enjoyed after exhausting night shifts. This tradition spotlighted dishes like tablier de sapeur, which translates to sapper's apron. This classic comfort food takes beef tripe, marinates it in dry white wine and sharp mustard, coats it in breadcrumbs, and fries it to a deep crunch. For an elegant contrast, Lyonese chefs perfected the quenelle de brochet, a remarkably delicate, airy dumpling made from fresh pike fish cream and eggs, poached to pillowy perfection. Sailing down to the southeastern corner of France, the heavy butter and rich meats completely vanish, replaced by the sun-drenched flavors of Provence. Stretching from the Alps to the Mediterranean Sea, this hot, dry region builds its identity around olive oil, garlic, and ripe tomatoes. Marseille is the home of bouillabaisse, an iconic dish that began as a humble fisherman's stew made from unmarketable leftovers. Today, it is a highly regulated masterpiece that must include at least 4 distinct types of local Mediterranean rockfish, including scorpion fish and sea robin. The fish are simmered in a vibrant broth, infused with saffron, fennel, and orange zest, served alongside a fiery, garlicky chili sauce called roule, smeared onto toasted bread. Provence is also the birthplace of ratatouille, a rustic vegetable stew originating in Nice, where eggplant, zucchini, bell peppers, and tomatoes are slow-cooked in olive oil until they completely collapse into a deeply savory mass. To the southwest, we enter Gascony and Périgord, an earthy region where duck and goose fat are prized as the ultimate carriers of human flavor. Here, nothing is wasted. The ancient preservation method of confit involves cooking duck legs incredibly slowly inside their own rendered fat until the meat becomes tender enough to shred with a fork, creating a natural seal that allowed families to store meat for months before modern refrigeration. Périgord is also the legendary home of the black truffle, known locally as the black diamond. These subterranean fungi grow near the roots of oak trees and are hunted during the dead of winter using highly trained dogs or pigs. The intense, musky aroma elevates simple dishes like scrambled eggs or steak into luxury experiences. Near the Atlantic coast in Bordeaux, bakers created the quenelle, a small, fluted pastry featuring a dark, crunchy caramelized exterior and a soft, custardy center laced with rum and vanilla. These treats were originally invented by local nuns who used the surplus egg yolks left behind by winemakers who only used egg whites to clarify their vintages. In the center of the country runs the Loire Valley, frequently called the Garden of France. Defined by rich fertile river soils and a temperate climate, this valley was selected by the French royal court in the 15th and 16th centuries as the prime location for building their magnificent chateaux. Cooking for royalty naturally demanded an elite level of refinement, a sensibility that permanently shaped the regional food culture. The local rivers provide an abundance of freshwater fish, typically served with beurre blanc, a silky, velvety emulsion of butter, white wine, shallots, and vinegar that enhances the delicate fish without overpowering it. The Loire Valley is also the absolute epicenter of French goat cheese production, home to Celle sur Cher, a flat, distinct disc coated in fine black vegetable ash that yields a mild, pleasantly tangy interior flavor. High up in the mountains, we reach the French Alps and the region of Savoie. The cuisine here is incredibly calorie-dense, engineered specifically to keep mountain communities warm and strong against bitter alpine conditions. The undisputed king of Savoie is Beaufort, a massive wheel of cooked, pressed mountain cheese aged for months. The milk is sourced from specialized Tarentaise or abundance cows that spend their summers grazing on high-altitude alpine pastures. The specific wild herbs and flowers they consume give the milk an unmatched complexity. This region is famous for fondue savoyard, a deeply communal meal where crusty bread is dipped into a communal pot of melted Comte, Beaufort, and Emmental cheese, blended with local white wine and garlic. For dessert, the region offers the biscuit de Savoie, an extraordinarily light, airy sponge cake created in the 14th century. Made by extensively beating an immense number of eggs to trap the alpine air, it utilizes virtually no fat, resulting in a uniquely delicate, cloud-like texture. Our 10th stop brings us to Languedoc, one of the oldest and most historically vital regions in southern France, home to ancient Roman trade routes. This crossroads created cassoulet, a legendary, slow-cooked bean stew prepared inside a specialized deep clay pot called a cassole. Languedoc is also famous for brandade de morue, a creamy, emulsified paste created in the city of Ems by whipping salted Atlantic cod with garlic and premium olive oil. On the wind-swept Combalou Plateau, you find the ancient village of Roquefort. Here, raw sheep's milk is aged inside natural, moisture-rich limestone caves that have been utilized for over 1,000 years. In 1411, King Charles VI granted this specific village the exclusive right to age this intense, blue-veined cheese, effectively creating the very first official protected food designation in human history. Finally, we arrive in the Basque country, nestled in the Western Pyrenees along the Spanish border. The Basque people are one of Europe's oldest indigenous cultures, maintaining a language with absolutely no known relatives on Earth. Their food is colorful, bold, and uniquely spicy. In the 1500s, Basque sailors returning from voyages with Christopher Columbus brought back exotic chili seeds, planting them in the village of Espelette. Over centuries, these peppers adapted to the unique local soil, transforming into the famous piment d'Espelette. This smoky, mildly hot pepper is the only spice in France to carry a strict official heritage label, entirely replacing black pepper in the Basque kitchen. The region is also famous for axoa, a rustic, comforting market day stew made with minced veal, onions, and heavy amounts of Espelette pepper. To finish a traditional meal, they serve gâteau basque, a thick, golden cake boasting a rich buttery crust filled with dark black cherry jam or smooth almond pastry cream. Every single one of these regions proves that French food is not a monolith created by elite chefs. It is an organic, historical evolution shaped by the landscape, the climate, and the sheer ingenuity of the people who lived there. Thank you for exploring with us on Food Genesis. If you want to continue uncovering the deep forensic roots and secret histories behind the world's most authentic flavors, make sure to hit that subscribe button, drop a comment with the regional dish you need to try next, and we will see you on our next deep dive into the blueprint of taste.